Hello YouTube, welcome back. Today I'm going to share the second part of my Antarctica project. The link of the first part is in the description below, so please check it out. Hope you enjoy, so let's start. B. Do you think there are any interest groups that may have particular concerns for Antarctica? There are many charities that have concerns for Antarctica, such as Sea Shepherd, whale and marine conservation charities, Greenpeace, etc. Also, there are countries that care about Antarctica since they would want to protect the last remaining uninhabited continent. I believe that this is majorly important for Antarctica's future, since these groups work hard to find out how they can keep Antarctica safer and keep it better protected. This means that the future of Antarctica will be better preserved and still not too contaminated by humans. Chapter 3. A. What is the Antarctica Treaty and why is it so important? The Antarctica Treaty is so important since it makes sure that people cannot immediately grab the land or ruin the wildlife. It also prohibits people from ruining how pristine and clean it is. B. Should it stay the same or should it be amended? I believe that it should stay the same since it's doing quite a good job at conserving Antarctica. Perhaps it should be a bit more restricting when it comes to tourism and how far they are allowed to go, for the sake of trying to keep it the least destructive as possible. C. Should some oil exploration be allowed? I believe that oil exploration should not be allowed, since when oil prices go up in the future, it might lead to people trying to get the same oil from Antarctica, and this leads to it being damaged. Also, oil companies are one of the groups of people that get affected by decisions that get made in Antarctica, since their business might benefit a lot if they had the oil that is in there. This is the same for all the other mining companies such as gold miners, silver miners, chromium miners, etc. Having said that, there might be alternative energy sources already easily accessible by the time oil prices go up. D. Should tourists and scientists continue to visit this continent? I believe scientists should be allowed to continue to work in Antarctica since they have no waste policy. And then they are just finding out new things that will benefit us in the future. This is a good thing, and I believe that it does not infect the environment in a much bad way. However, tourism is a different story. It is not helping the environment, and things such as oil spills ruin the environment's cleanliness. Also, another big thing is that Russia recently created 2 new big icebreakers, which allow tourists to stay in Antarctica for 2 more extra months. This will be worse, since there will be more human involvement in Antarctica, which will make it less clean and put it in more danger than it is now. Chapter 4. A. Why is Antarctica at risk? As I have mentioned before, tourism has affected Antarctica in a very negative way. It has ruined our environment, and even though it has given some people the opportunity to see things that are interesting, most people have been using it to gloat how rich they are. Also, the ozone hole, even though it had been closing, is now once again receding, and this had been found out during the last 5 to 6 years, so this is quite recent. This is due to the CFC and cladding and installation, and has been tracked into China, where most of it is coming from, which has now been asked to take action because of this harmful substance. B. What landforms may be found out under Antarctica? Antarctica is covered in ice. However, underneath it, there are ancient lakes that have been discovered recently, as well as mountains. Another risk I will also put in this, however, are the volcanoes underneath Antarctica and its ice. This is making the ice melt quicker, and it is making the ice weaker, which is making habitats for animals harder to find. Another thing is that the way geographical patterns that the decisions made about Antarctica can create a range of scales for is the South Pole's location itself. It is changing every year by about 0.75 of an inch. This is always creating a new point on the graph for the location of the North Pole. Slowly but surely, they have found out new information about what's under Antarctica's ice. They have used different forms: radar, satellite, and actually going to Antarctica and digging down. They have found out many different types of things. The more technology, the more accurate that these things have become. Over the years, they have become more accurate in what's underneath, and they have found new things to put on the map. I also would like to mention about the trip that Scott made to Antarctica. I found out a lot about him and his journey, and how painful it must have been to be on that expedition they were on. There are multiple letters that the crew members sent to their mothers and loved ones before they died, and it was quite sad to hear them on the audio guide. I particularly felt sad when there was the quote said by Lawrence Oates' voice actor, saying, "I am just going outside, and I may be some time." Honestly, it made me feel very emotional, but I think it was a wonderful experience. And I especially would like to thank those two ladies that I had a wonderful conversation with about Antarctica. They worked at the museum, and they were very kind, and they gave me lots of information and where to find more information. And I hope you enjoyed this documentary, and I'll see you at school. Bye, Miss Graham. I had a very interesting time at the museum, and I found out a lot about Antarctica, and I feel like I definitely managed to find out more about Anna Shackleton and Scott on a more in-depth or personal level, because there was a lot of letters that they'd sent, the people who work for Scott. There were a lot of people who wrote letters to their family, and we could find out and see easily how their personalities and their beliefs, and it was honestly quite sad to see so many their lives and their last words to their families, and honestly made me feel quite sad. I talked to a lady who'd been working there for 5 years, and we were talking about the history of Antarctica, and we talked a lot about how the human influence on Antarctica, and I did find out a lot about it. And I will talk about this more later, but for now, see you later. I hope this will be helpful to some people. Thank you for watching, and go visit the Polar Museum if you ever go to Cambridge. I highly recommend visiting there. Please subscribe to my channel so I can keep making videos. Thank you for watching. Bye!